This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchakodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. Alright, so Brother Aharon coming back at you with another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. Alright, and today is, February 14th. Alright, 2023. Alright, the hopeful year where all the prophecies, alright, be fulfilled. Okay, Lord willing, alright, this is the year where we see the salvation of the elect. Alright, where we see the end of this wicked kingdom, Babylon the Great. But ultimately, before those things happen, alright, hopefully, alright, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai Shai, the prophecy of the MOTB, alright, will be fulfilled this year. Okay, and at that point, we know there's only one more prophecy left to go, which is the destruction by thermonuclear missiles, alright, upon America, Babylon the Great. Okay, that's when we get to see Revelation the 18th chapter come to pass. Okay, and so many other chapters that goes into the destruction, alright, of Babylon the Great. Okay, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, alright, Isaiah 14. Okay. Anyway, right now we got this whole train derailment going on. All right, it seems like a lot of things are happening, and I was even talking to brothers earlier, all right, about how we're living in the days where anything could happen, but the little things that are happening, it doesn't seem like it's happening suddenly. It's a build up to it. For those who are paying attention, it seems like everything is a build up. It's a build up. It's a build up, and we're paying attention to the build up, and we're on alert for that day where that build up finally gets to its peak. Now, at that point, we're going to be 100% prepared through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, but the rest of the world is going to be caught off guard. All right, you got a lot of these camps. All right, the Lord, in the last days, there's going to be false prophets, like the Lord said. Okay, coming in the name, all right, calling upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. They're coming in the name of the Lord, all right, but they're coming out here to deceive many. Okay, and we're at the point where we're about to start seeing, all right, the last major prophecy be fulfilled, and that's why you got all these clowns, all right, coming out here and playing a fool, acting a fool. Okay. But that's why the Lord has his true men, all right, starting from our elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, okay, to come and explain, all right, scriptures tell you in Judges 5 and 11, all right, that we are rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay, we are indeed rehearsing the righteous acts, man. All right, the righteous acts by going out there and doing this work. Okay, now the major prophecy that's left is what? The fulfillment of Revelation 13 and verse 16. All right, and we've been breaking it down. We've been going into it. That what is that MOTB? And the MOTB is the RFID. You know what? Okay, and I'm gonna go into a lesson real quick to show you how they're gonna bring this thing about. All right, you people would be sitting around playing games, man. It's coming. Okay, it's coming. You're gonna see it. All this shit that's going on. All this the food that's being burnt. We told you. We was telling you when they started taking down these food processing plants, we told you, all right, that is designed, all right, to force people into the time where they're going to have to bring in these draconian measures, and you're going to have to comply because you want food to eat. Okay. Let's see. It says, this is the article. It says, control the world by controlling the food. And the title is going to be Codex Alimentarius. What is Codex Alimentarius? The United Nations Globalist Agency, located in Rome, Italy, of course. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations will soon tell farmers in the US and around the world what and when to plant. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations and World Health Organization, created the Codex Alimentarius Commission in 1961 to develop food standards, guidelines, and texts such as codes of practice under the Joint Food and Agriculture Organization and WHO. Okay, under the joint FAO/WHO Food Standards Program. Okay, and FAO once again stands for Food and Agriculture Organization. All right, and we already know what WHO means. Okay, World Health Organization. So let's continue. It says the main aims of the program are protecting consumer health, ensuring fair trade, and promoting coordination of all food standards work undertaken by the intergovernmental and non-governmental organizations. You hear that? The commission could be the partial fulfillment of, quote unquote, listen to this. This commission, right? This commission could be the partial fulfillment of, quote unquote, no one will be able to buy or sell. Revelation 13, verse 16 to 17. Not approved by the global organization. You hear that? So they have no choice. The people in the world right now have no choice but to bring up this very precept, very prophecy. Okay, because we are in that time, and it's like, okay, there's no other thing that we can relate to, but it seems like this very chapter, this very verse, all right, in this very chapter is talking about one specific thing, and people in the world can see it, like, oh, this is definitely what the Bible says. It's not even a thing they even think about. It's just what it is. Like, oh, yeah, this is it. But yet you got Jake who claimed to know the scriptures, who it goes over their heads. It goes over their heads. Mark of the beast is sin. Shut up. Enough. It says, it is because of Codex Alimentarius that the U.S. Department of Agriculture is demanding that every farm animal, horses, cows, sheep, goats, be what? Microchipped and tagged, and that ranchers and farmers maintain exhaustive records of the birth, death, and life of each and every animal. You hear that? So if they're doing it with animals, what do you think they're going to be doing with the people? Exactly what it does for the animals. Okay, once you're M-chipped, what happens? You have the tag, okay, that will be able to keep records of your birth, right? Your death, okay, and the life of every person. All right. Soon you will not be able to own livestock or any other farm animal without obtaining a government permit. That goes for everything. Remember, when you go back to the interview/conversation that Alex Jones had with Adam Russo. His last name is Russo. He said it. He was saying that, is it Adam Russo? It's kind of slipping me for a little bit, but he said it. He said, he was basically saying that, yes, Nick Rockefeller was talking about it and all this, they're going to M-chip the population and all this. And he was like, why are you doing all this? He's like, who cares? Why do you care about these people? Huh? Why do you care what they say and what they think? A lot of these people don't even want to be saved any damn way. All right. What they want is for us to control them. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it just like that. We dumb them down. You put a whole lot of scare tactics and fear propaganda BS out there, corner them, get them all hopeless and crazy, all right, all confused. And then you come in and you present this, after this all chaos is ensued, you present this as the one-way ticket to salvation/peace. That's the MOTB. Okay? It says agriculture. Oh, and when he was saying it, Alex Jones was like, total control. All right? Complete and total control, man. When you look at the dollar, it says it right there. It's on the dollar. All right? Novus Ordo Seclorum. Okay? And then they have the all-seeing eye. They want to be omnipresent by way of surveillance. They want to be like the Most High. Okay? That's how Esau thinks. It's called the panopticon. Pan meaning all, and opticon going into what? Optics, eyes. Okay? It says agricultural biotechnology. In 2004, FAO produced a controversial report called Agricultural Biotechnology, Meeting the Needs of the Poor. The report claimed that agricultural biotechnology has real potential as a new tool in the war of hunger. And that's why you see this was back in 2004. And now you're seeing it. Bill Gates is behind that. Okay, creating all this synthetic lab shit. Okay, you got this this clown from the World Economic Forum. He said that people are gonna eat bugs and shit. You know, there's this new protein. Bugs. Stop eating meat. All right, stop eating chicken. Stop eating cow. Yeah, yo. and you wonder why the scriptures calls these people the devils. They're anti-life. They're anti-Most High. They're anti-truth. Okay? Anyone who's anti-truth, when you go into the Bible, who is anti-truth? Satan. That same spirit of Satan is on this earth in a human form, and as you look no further than the so-called white people, the Edomites of the Bible. Their history will tell you who they really are, and what they're about to do, what they're doing now, and what they're about to do. Look what they're doing with all these so-called jump shots. I mean, who in their right mind comes up with something so sinister? And they tell you before they do it. Oh, we can depopulate the earth by 10 to 15% if we have good you-know-whats and you-know-whats. And then they actually, let's get that. They actually plan it, they discuss it, and then they do it. They tell you about it, and then they do it, and then people still sit there and say, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, oh. Well, you sit your ass there and keep waiting. Keep waiting, because they're working, they're doing things. There's a book of Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity. And what is iniquity? Iniquity is what? Sin upon sin upon sin upon sin. Continuously. All right? But in this case, it's more of a plan. Like you actually think about it before you even commit it. All right, let's get that real quick and we'll come back to this. Okay? This is what Esau does, man. And this is why they don't like this truth being out there, because we expose you. We're showing the world, we're highlighting, all right, all the evils in the world, and it's pointing all back to you. Okay, and you don't like that, but that's okay. All right, that's okay. This is a book of Psalm chapter 64. All right, let's start off at 1. It says, "Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy." And that's the prayer that we throw up to the Heavenly Father always. Okay, that the Lord will have mercy on us, protect us. All right. And keep us from any harm and danger, all right, that these devils might try against us. Okay, because truly we are innocent. All right, we are innocent. And anyone who dares to do any harm to us, you're touching and putting upon yourself innocent blood, and the Most High will see to it that you be destroyed. Okay, so we walk with a clear conscience, with a clear mind. We're not afraid. The only fear we have is in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. And that's what keeps us in the straight and narrow. Lord willing, it leads us unto salvation. Okay. Verse 2, Psalm 64 and 2 says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And that's why the Lord protected his elect when we had this whole past 2 years thing going on, man. The whole theater, a whole bunch of hypochondriacs, just, it was just a whole bunch of madness. They deceived the whole world, and now people waking up and questioning things. Too late. But the Lord hid us from their secret wicked counsels, man. But to the world, did he hide the rest of the people in the world? Hell no. That's why you're seeing what's happening. It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. And that's where you get the propaganda. You get the vocab Malones out there. You get the media that always lies and creates all these false narratives. Okay? Even bitter words, man. Lies, deceit. Okay? They have this guy go on the Breakfast Club to try to explain anti-Semitism. Oh, where have you been? Where have you been? And why don't you come and address the things that we're saying? Why don't you come and address the questions that we have from the scriptures? Bring your scriptures and let's sit down and let's discuss and see what's really going on. But you don't do that. All you do is all this BS. Oh, anti-Semitic. Oh, deal with the actual issues that we're bringing up. Look what's going on around the world. People are waking up. A lot of people are waking up, and it's because of this great work of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. So let's continue. And we're at the end. All right, we're at the end. That's why you're seeing these things happen. We're at the end. It's over with. Verse 4, and it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. And Micah, that's right, Micah right there. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. Right? Let's look up the word privately. Let's see. Privately. Let me see. Privately. That's where you go, you get the word private. Okay? Private, a thing kept hidden or secret. You hear that? A thing kept hidden or secret. That's why they're known as secret societies. Okay, they have these meetings and they're always behind closed doors. Okay, and nobody's invited, nobody can have a say, and it's just them. Whoever them is them. They get to decide what's going on in the world. Okay. So they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? Right? Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. So once again, who is literally behind closed doors creating up an evil plan to so-called take over the world? Agenda 20, Agenda 21, Agenda 2025, Agenda 2030, Agenda 2050. They got that. All right. UN Sustainable Goals of Agenda 2030. And by 2030, they said what? You will own nothing and you will be happy. So the writing, they tell you. It's not that deep. They tell you literally before they do it. They have to. Okay. All right. But anyway, let's go back to what we're reading. All right. Now this is all planned. Okay. So it says the report claimed, back to the article, the report claimed that agricultural biotechnology, okay, bio meaning what? Life, okay, and technology going into what? The AI, okay. And I believe the word technology, let me see. I thought I had looked this up before. It says here, a discourse, a study of mechanical and industrial arts. Going to text, to weave, to fabricate, especially with an axe, to make a wicker or wattle fabric, house walls. Okay. And nothing much here. I thought I could get some more on that, but that's okay. All right, so it says agricultural biotechnology has real potential as a new tool in the war on hunger. That's how they do it. Everything is a war on everything. Okay, now it's a war on truth, a war on prophecy, but it's not going to work because how you going to fight against prophecy? It's crazy, Esau, man. Anyway, it says legislation being pushed through Congress with support from the world's top 10 transnational corporations, including the multinational pharmaceutical corporations such as Monsanto, ADM, Sodexo, and Tyson, is so broad-based that technically someone with a little backyard garden could get fined and have their property seized. It will impact anyone who produces food, even if they do not sell but only consume it. You hear that? It will literally put all independent farmers and food producers out of business due to the huge amounts of money it will take to conform to factory farming methods. That's a fact. They're doing that right now. Okay, you have off-grid farmers, okay, who they have their own customers and so on and so forth. And hey, the FDA is cracking down on them. And there's so many lawsuits and court this and court that and lawyer fees and attorney fees, and you're fighting this and the state said this and the feds did so much. And they're like, yo, we don't even make this much money. Oh, you $100,000 per whatever. It's like, all because of some bullshit new laws that they passing, man. And people are just sitting there like it's not even gonna affect them. Wait, listen, your supermarket's about to be empty all of a sudden. Then you're gonna really be questioning things, but it's gonna be too late. It's gonna happen suddenly, but it's been building up. It's been building up. Okay, you just was playing around, watching TV, and listening to what Fauci got to say to you. Dr. Fauci. It says it will literally put all independent farmers and food producers out of business due to the huge amounts of money it would take to conform to factory farming methods. If people choose to farm without industry standards such as chemical pesticides and fertilizers, they will be subject to a variety of harassment from government agencies that has never existed before. That has never before existed. Damn, he couldn't just say the right way. That to trip me up. Just that's right. Whole new government agencies are being created just to police food for our own protection, of course. So now, let's pause for a second. You see what's going on with all this train derailments? You see what happened with 2-3 years ago with the whole cargo shortages on the East Coast and predominantly the West Coast. Remember that? Where they had no workers and everything was kind of like the supply chain is affected. Okay. You also remember how they've been burning out a whole lot of these food processing plants, like we said? All right. So if you put all these things together, it's just coincidence that all these things are happening all at the same time, just like the scripture says will happen. Now, how they're happening, remember, the prophecies are stating these things happen. So however they're happening, it's happening. That's the point. You see? And while they're happening, it all leads to one thing and one thing only. A whole lot of chaos, and the only solution is the MOTB that leads to death. Okay? So we see it all building up. We see it. All these new laws they pass in, bro, it's all in the scriptures. We're seeing it. It says, that's right. Whole new governments, agencies are being created just to police food for our own protection, of course. So now, these train derailments, what's happening? Well, it's creating a toxic environment. So you're going to have shelter in place and stay at home and all kinds of shit. Remember back in the summertime, they had commercials, advertisements going on about some type of nuclear blast in New York City. We don't know what that means. We're not going to get too into it, but they don't just put these things out there for no reason. So what do? We pay attention to it. You can call us whatever you want, but we pay attention to it. All right. Why is that? Let's get that. All right. Let's get that. We know what's going on. All right. We're not going to just sit around and just act like, oh, no. We know what's going on. Okay. There's a book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 4. It says, actually verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay? Let us watch and be sober. So, these people here, they don't know what's going on. They're sitting around and the government's going to come in and tell them exactly what to do. Okay? Because they're not watching. All right? These train derailments that's happening is causing some type of toxic environment. Okay? So the government is going to step in to protect you, of course. Hazmats, stay indoors. That people who are going to be breathing in, you're going to get people getting sick, people dying. Animals are already dying. Right? And people are driving and going about their regular day, and they're not even questioning it. Three derailments of trains just like that. Like, whoa, what's going on? It's like a lot of things happening in bunches and nobody's questioning it. My man. let's finish this. It says, in testimony before a congressional committee in the 1970s, J.W. Forrester recommended curtailing investment in industrialization and food production as a way of slowing population growth. Bill Gates. Codex Alimentarius, the UN program to control food and health products internationally with the goal of harmonization of food. Harmonization of food. Harming people, right? Of food means that plants, seeds, livestock, farming, and how all food is processed is to become uniform. And the people at World Economic Forum already told us. They already told us this. They said everything is gonna, what is that? Linear economy, I think is what it's called. Okay, where we went from how the industry used to produce food to the consumer. Now is gonna be different. And it starts with the money. Everything is gonna be digital. Everything is gonna be tracked. And the only way you can purchase anything, buy or sell, is by being a part of the new world. You know what? You're gonna have to take that thing. It says, of course, and it's fast approaching, man. We're reading about it. Listen, of course, GMO food is a major component of the scheme. Codex Alimentarius operates under 2 UN agencies. Let's listen. The WHO, which is World Health Organization, notorious for pushing unsafe Vanessas for the H1N1 flu and insider deals with Big Pharma. Man, I might have to put this video someplace else. It says, and FAO, which is Food and Agriculture Organization. All right, these two come together. So you got the food and you got the health. These two is how they're bringing in this new, you know what. Okay. It says Kevin Miller's excellent film, We Become Silent, is recommended for more details, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So there you have it. All right. What is Codex Alimentarius? All right. It is the way Esau is pushing, all right, to bring about this MOTB and to fulfill the prophecy of Revelation chapter 13 and verse 17, where it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had MOTB. Okay. That's that point. Let's read that real quick, and then we're going to close it out. There's a book of Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. And that's what you're seeing around the world. Everything is changing. Everything is turning. Everything is shifting into the digital. Okay, no matter where you are on this planet Earth, it's a global thing. It's a global system. Okay. It says to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, we have modern day today so-called scientists and these tech people. All right, they're all in a race, almost like, all right, to fulfill this prophecy. They're building this brand new, the newest technology. Elon Musk, all right, with Neuralink is, you know, one of them. Okay, you can look into that. All right, for those who are, you know, new to this type of information, look into these things. Okay, it's all there until they take it all down, because a lot of people are waking up. Okay, a lot of people are waking up. There's a thing called Project Cypher. Okay, Project Cypher. All right, goes into, and I believe the guy who brought it out was his name was Michael Goldberg. I believe he's already, or David Goldberg, if I'm not mistaken. And you know, they offed him, just like they did with this guy, the creator of this movie that was supposed to come out, Gray State. All right, and in that trailer, man, they show you a lot, and that guy knew a lot. Okay, it was Michael Crawley or David Crawley, you know, and they took him out, him, his wife, his daughter, I believe, and his dog or some shit. I don't remember. But yeah, you know, so that's what they do. You know, that's all part of Esau's diversion tactics. That's what they do. They eliminate the evidence. You notice when people, you know, and it's a big case and everybody's paying attention, all of a sudden the person is in jail and then they commit suicide. Or some weird mysterious shit happens and they just die. Right before they went to testify, they just be out. Interesting. Okay. You know, so we know the tactics. We know how these devils operate, man. All right, let's get that real quick, and then we're going to close this out. All right, but it says here, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and the key is what? And that no man might buy or sell. We just read the whole thing about that. Codex Alimentarius, okay? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay, that all goes into what? That one device. That one device, man. Okay, you have to have some type that. Look, the name of the beast and the number of his name is all going into that one device. That's that graphos. That's that information. Okay, you're gonna have to have some type of ID. Once you're tagged, it shows everything about you. Okay, you're in the system for good. Till the Lord come down and destroy your ass. Okay, let's get this. So, hey, man, hey, rejoice. Revelation 12 and 12, rejoice, man. We at that time. We at that time. All right. There's a book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11 says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay. Remember, we're still wrestling. All right. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay. The book of Ephesians tells you that. All right. So again, this is how you be well equipped. Okay, putting on the breastplate of salvation. You got to be equipped, well equipped. And part of being equipped is what? Paying attention, watching. Okay, fasting, praying, watching these videos, going into these scriptures so you're not caught off guard. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it off there. Lord willing, be notified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash, the Wadi Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. And this has been What is Codex Alimentarius? With that, Shalom.